going to go a little bit deeper. We want to know, how do you protect the innocence of your daughters, starting on the road from a young teen, but also to keep her knowledgeable about what's going on in the world and make her a fearful but strong Christian woman?
I guess everybody's looking at me because I have 2 daughters. I guess I have to take that one. Well, first of all, you have to be a confident woman yourself. You have to know who you are in Christ. Because your insecurities will come across to your daughters. Whether you teach them that or not, on purpose, it will come across. So being confident in who I was first was very important. And my husband had a lot to do with that. My dad had a lot to do with that, you know. Being a godly woman and everything. And giving them the perspective of, not necessarily you don't need a man, but God is who you are. God is what you need, and He's the one that makes you a whole person, you know. And God will put the right man in your life at the right time. And people always ask me, when did you start praying for your kid's spouse? My kids are not married, and neither one of them are dating seriously. But I started praying when they were born, you know, because I was not just praying for them, I'm praying for their spouse, you know. So, and I tell them that throughout the time that they've grown up. And any questions you could ever ask, always ask them, because people always ask, when do you start talking to them about certain subjects? I'm like, whatever they decided they wanted to talk about the moment is when we did it, you know. Right. So it put trust in me and their dad, and it gave them confidence to know that they can come to us about anything. So it built up their confidence and let them know that they're, as a mom, it's important to tell your daughters that, but I think as a dad, it's more important.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they tell them how beautiful they are and how they love them. Because if they're giving that from the Lord and from their earthly father, they're not going to look for it in a man. Right. Not that that's not important, but that's not what they should be seeking. And so people talk about how strong my girls are, and I'm proud to say that they are strong girls, you know. And some boys, they've ran off because of that, which I'm glad, because if you can't handle a strong woman, then that's you don't need to be dating my daughter. Because, you know, a confident woman should never intimidate a godly man. That's how I look at it. So I don't know if that answered the question, but
I think on that subject too, I have a daughter, and I was always willing to say, you can be strong and confident, but you also need to be open with me. And if you can't be open with me, then I have godly women in my life on purpose for you to be able to have a conversation with. So here's a list of women. If you're not going to talk to me, then please go to one of these, because they'll give you godly wisdom. It's communication is the key for that.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
And your boys are your daughters.
Yes.
Communication as a parent, and not being afraid of what they're going to come home and tell you.
Absolutely.
Because if we don't do it as their
right.
parents, the world is going to do it.
They will.
And so we're just...
Junior high and high school was such a weird age, and so I always told mine, and I have one daughter but 2 boys, that you could talk to me about anything. It doesn't feel free. We can discuss anything, and do not be afraid of that, because I want to hear and I want to help direct you. And because if there's a situation that you're in or you find yourself in, I want you to pick up the phone. If I'm not there, I want you to be able to call me. I want to be able to say anything to you, and it's going to be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it will be all right.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as they know that they can have somebody to talk to, and that they can go to somebody, and they see a situation with their friends or somebody else that's not right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to have to talk to somebody about that. That doesn't look right. You know, and that's part of that, being that confident young woman growing up, you know, and seeing what standards are put before her, and she's like, no, I'm better than that. I don't trust that situation. I have a parent I can talk to. Yeah.
And being careful what you discuss around them.
Yes.
As parents, you got to be careful. There are certain things that they need to know, and there are certain things they don't need to know at a time.
That's true.
And I think we try to push too much information on them too soon.
That's true.
And let them be innocent as long as they can be.
Because you'll know when to
Absolutely.
stop talking about them a certain situation, because they'll go, oh, that's gross. Stop talking to them about it. You know,
right.
It's real easy, because people are like, how far should you go? I said, you'll know. They'll let you know.
They'll let you know.
You know, and as far as safety goes, that was good, because I always taught my girls, no matter where they're at, you can always call me no matter what time it is, day or night, no matter how far you are. If you've been to this place 1,000 times and you're uncomfortable, you go one time and you're uncomfortable, you call me. Don't ever stay in a situation where you feel unsafe, ever.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so I want them to have that confidence and know we're going to take care of them as their parents, you know. So.